Hello everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Ultimate Iron Man Progress Series. On the last episode, we finally got our Trident of the Seas, which is going to be pretty massive for PVM, but most importantly, it means that I no longer have any excuses to procrastinate getting my quest cape. So this episode, after I use up all the herbs that I got from our little herbivore grind at Mastering Mixology, I'm going to get started on that. In a few days, they are going to update Mixology to, I think, make some items cheaper or make it faster to get points. I'm not quite sure which direction they're going to go. But so far, I have to say, it's a really fun minigame. It's really slow XP per hour, especially as a UIM, and where I'm having to get my own Mox herbs. But honestly, it's pretty engaging. I'm having a fun time, and it's pretty mobile friendly too. With all that said, we're starting off at 80 herb lore and 1955 total. Let's get into it. And as soon as we turn this potion in, 81 herb lore. That is the level 4 Ceridome and Bruise. Which, if I'm being honest, is probably a bigger deal than the Trident for the quest cape. Taking a quick look at Runelight's XP calculator, we have about 50k more XP banked, which they don't have Mastering Mixology, so it's actually a little more. I do have a little bit of herbs in my looting bag, but not really enough to make much of a difference. Today is update day, so let's check with Supervisor Lalo. I hope that's a Better Call Saul reference. Let me see. 9.3 is the highest. Looks like everything's a little bit cheaper, so yeah, we'll definitely be able to afford the prescription goggles from this. Okay, so you can now store up to 3,000 of each reagent, so that's pretty cool. Previously it was 300, and that was a little limiting. I might start dumping Slayer task herbs in here. And that should be enough points to get the goggles. I'm definitely going to go for the whole outfit, because getting the goggles will be pretty huge, and to get them back out of the POH, we'll need to get the whole outfit. These goggles give us a 10% chance of saving a secondary when doing herb lore, which is pretty big, and it is a collection log slot. I am really looking forward to the collection log high scores. I think the UIM high scores are going to be pretty competitive, and I'm pretty excited for that. It is definitely going to be a long time before we can get the rest of the outfit, but we'll work on it slowly. We are almost done with the herbs that we got from Irby, and I definitely am ready to get out of here. I only expected to be here for a day or two, but it's been a little over a week. I ended up getting hit by Hurricane Helene and losing power for a while, so I've just been doing this on mobile. On my Iron Man, all I've been doing is growing torstals to make extended anti-venoms. So I haven't made a lot of progress in the last couple of days. I am definitely ready to move on. I have some Corms and Irrits that I'm just going to use to make regular potions, but all of this I'm going to dump, and yeah, we're not even halfway at the cap that we can store. So that's a pretty good update. But yeah, any herbs that are kind of hard to get secondaries for, I think I'm just going to dump in here. Okay, I kept getting confused as to why I had secondaries left, but then I remembered that I got the prescription goggles. That's definitely going to come in handy when we're doing big herb lore grinds down the line. And we are finally done processing all of the herbs that we got from Herbivore. It looks like we're ending up with a little over 430,000 herb lore XP. So all in all, Mastering Mixology was a pretty nice update. I don't know, I think it more than doubled the XP I was supposed to get, although I have been pickpocketing Master Farmers, so that kind of throws off the XP calculations. We're a lot closer to the level for the Ornate Pool than I thought we would get. I still have some quests that give some experience tomes, and I can always do achievement diaries, and I think we have enough to push us over the level. Of course, once we get 82, we also need to get a +5 boost, and that's not going to be easy, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Helpful little book of knowledge. Definitely going to take all the free herb lore XP I can get. Well, this is something I've been thinking about doing for quite a long time now. Back in the day, I did a couple of Barrows chests, and I did end up getting an Aram staff on 4kc, which is pretty wild. I told myself that I would come back once I had a Trident, and I think I'm gonna try to knock out some combat tasks and maybe get some Barrows armor. I do think that the quest cape would be very achievable with the gear that we have now. Some tank armor would be very appreciated, and we could get some combat points, which is always nice. I think for this episode, I'm just gonna do 25 chests and get that combat task completed, and if we get any items, that would be awesome. First chest back, that definitely went a lot better than the last time I went to Barrows, and we get an elite clue. That kind of breaks up the flow. Oh well, I'm wondering if I should pile these or just do them as I get them. Enchant a piece of dragonstone jewelry. You know what? I really don't feel like doing that. Getting a dragonstone would be pretty obnoxious right now, so I'm just gonna go back to Barrows because I'm pretty excited to do that. And this was a pretty good run. If I did this correctly, this should be a combat task. There we go, pray for success. I just got lucky and Vrak didn't damage me at all. I think usually I would get that task doing like can't touch me or something. Oh my god. Oh my god. 10 KC. Carol's leather top. Oh my god. That is such a good item to get early. Oh, that's going to be so huge for the quest cape, man. Alright, compared to the black d'hide body, it has some pretty nice defensive bonuses. It is pretty heavy, so that's the one drawback. But a plus 20 magic defense bonus is going to be absolutely massive. I remember in my hardcore, I just used Carol's armor for like all of God Wars, and it carried me through pretty nicely. I am so excited about this, man. Okay, I believe in the back-to-back. Oh well. Oh my god, another item. Okay, this one's not as good, Vrak's Helm. But, I mean, it's part of the Vrak set, which I need any set. There's a master clue stash that requires a full set of Barrows, so unfortunately I'm going to be holding on to every piece I get until I finish that. Let's take a look at the log, and at 13 chests we have 3 items, which, man, that is crazy. And they're all, 2 of them are armor, so that's awesome. No back-to-back, I'm so unlucky. I'm quitting. And 16 KC, we get another elite clue. Okay, unfortunately I have to death pile for this clue, and I'm a little unsure about how death piling works with Barrows armor. I have a feeling that it gets destroyed, because that's what happens when you drop it. Well, not destroyed, but just has its durability reduced. But I'm gonna test. I have 1 piece in the looting bag. Okay, we were able to get the casket. Oh. Okay, the summer pies would be good if I had a bank, but I don't really have a use for them. Oh well. I mean, they might be kind of cool for doing more Barrows, but... Okay, moment of truth. Let's look at the Barrows pieces that we let fall to the ground. And the one that was in the looting bag looks like it is pristine. Awesome. And the one that was in our inventory, the Carols, it is also pristine. Okay, so I guess we can just death pile with Barrows. That is definitely good to know. Alright, this is going to be my last chest of the video. 25 KC makes us a Barrows champion. Let's get out of here and take a look at the collection log. This is honestly a pretty crazy collection log for 25 KC. On my hardcore, it took me over 100 kills to get my first item, and it was a Darok's axe, so it was pretty disappointing. And that is going to do it for this episode. Definitely a bit of a shorter one this week, and I broke my promise to myself to do a quest every episode. But it's been a pretty stressful week IRL. We were without power for a couple of days after Helene. We didn't get hit as bad as North Carolina or anything. They're not doing too well right now. So I feel bad complaining, but being without power when you have a little kid is definitely not easy. I am enjoying mastering Mixology though. I think that's an awesome update. I think for most accounts it's going to be slower than regular Herblore training, but it honestly might be just as fast for UIM. I don't know, my math is probably way off, but we have to get secondaries every time we want to train. We can't just store them, so that might be easier. I think that next episode we are going to go back to Barrows, but first I want to do some of the new Varlamore quests. Well, with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this episode, even if it was a little bit on the shorter side. It was fun getting back into Barrows, and it's still kind of surreal to me that I have a trident now. With all that said, I can't wait to see you in the next one. Bye.